So we've created our 3D design in Tinkercad and we've downloaded it as an STL file. But now, before we send it to some printers, we may need to use something called slicing software. Slicing software allows you to change the specific settings at which the printer is going to use to print your particular object. Now, some printers will do this themselves. So I have a Mod T printer from New Matter, and I can just simply upload that STL file and it will work just fine. And that'll work on MakerBots typically, but sometimes you will want to make your own changes so that you can change the infill density or the wall thickness and other things. And so you go to Cura, which is from Ultimaker. So you can go to this website here, or you can just do a search on Cura 3D, and then it will recognize your operating system and it will allow you to download that software. And so when you go in and you take a look at the file, we're going to delete and we're going to start over, and we're going to take a look at what our printer is. So the printer, you could just hit Add Printer, and again, because the software is from Ultimaker, they have all of their models listed in here. If you have a custom printer, as I might, I would put that in here, and then there are some others that you can select from. You'll also want to choose your material. You can see ABS, CPE, nylon, and what we'll be using is PLA for our printing. And then finally, there'll be a profile. Now, I have a profile in here, and you can see it says Mod T, but you'll have to decide, like if you're using an Ultimaker printer or whatever it is, you'll want to import the profile itself. So most companies will, with any 3D printer, will have a slicing profile on their website. You can Google that or search for that, and you'll be able to find that. And so you can see that the Mod T from New Matter, they have this, and here are the settings that we can affect. So you can see like the print speed and the infill, the material, the shell thickness, and the quality. So how do we change those? Well, first we're gonna load our print in. So we have our umbrella stand, print, here it is, and I just simply drag and drop it, and there it is, and it's ready to go. And so you can actually see it says ready to save the file. And so that quickly it was able to do it. If it was a more complicated file, you might see that it might take a little bit longer. Now I can make changes to things like the quality. So if I roll over layer height, I would be able to change this layer height, and perhaps I want to make it a little finer, and so I might say 3. And then what you'll see is, again, it went to render that file, and now it's ready to go. So what else can you affect? Well, you can affect the shell, so the wall thickness, the infill density, even coming down here, and you can see like the material and what temperature we're going to print it at. And so you can experiment with all of these different settings to make changes. You can see one thing I want you to notice is that it's going, right now it's set to print a skirt. So what it's going to do is it's going to put a little skirting around my image there. So what I might do is I might say, well, I just want a brim to be there. Okay, so just a little edge that I can easily break off, and I can change the size of that. So once you're done with all the settings, you simply hit Save to File, and it's going to ask you what you want to call it. So I'm going to call it umbrella print file. I'm going to put it on my desktop, and I hit Save. And so when I open the folder where it is, what you'll notice is that it is now a G-code file. And that G-code file can be sent directly to most 3D printers, including those Ultimakers, and now it will print that file.